Hello everyone and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. This is a tournament we hold once a week or so, where we get 10 minutes to practice a map we've never seen before, and then go into 2-minute knockout rounds where the bottom players get eliminated. This week's map is made by Socks. It is called Goose Chase. Interesting looking map. I'm just going to go into photo mode right away so I can see what we're doing. It is not a sock spaghetti map, which makes me a little sad because I'm generally really good at those. Looks like something I might be good at. Oh, there's a little bit of tube action at the end. Interesting. Okay. This looks like a fun map. So using some of these new checkpoint pieces also just came out in a very recent patch. So not using the checkpoint rings anymore. That's kind of cool. Oh, some odd shaped checkpoints as well. I like it. Yeah, that's kind of an odd transition. I need to get used to that. Getting a clean landing into this tube's going to be big as well. And then going down at the ending to get into the out of the funnel into that finish that's parallel with the ground. Interesting track. I think I could get really good at this. About 8 minutes to warm up. Getting the line in these first couple jumps is going to be important as well. Want to minimize airtime as much as possible. Not sure what the line's going to be on that turn either. There's a lot of different lines you can take. I really like it for a cup of the day especially. A bit confused on how that jump is supposed to work. Figure it out with time. Zoman has blasted past me on this run. Oh, but he messed up at the end. AT is a 40-second flat, which is very short for cup of the day. And also a bit faster than what anybody's doing right now. It's got to be all about finding speed and saving speed. So there's a lot of these jumps that you can gain a lot of speed by taking low and landing smoothly. That checkpoint is not going to matter in terms of splits there because it's in such a strange spot on that loop around. And I imagine I need to figure out how to get a clean entry into that tube because that can save a lot of speed. Oh, that's not the way to do that ending. Difficult to keep traction in that tube, which is a bit important for setting up the finish. You can save a lot of time by getting to that finish lower, heading downward out of the final tube. Okay, so that's a lot faster the line I did at the beginning. There. Saves me speed and time. That might be the way into the tube. Just taking it as low as possible on that jump. Oh man, I keep messing up the final corner. This first jump's really tricky also. It's a 40-second map. We're going to have a lot of time to spare in 2-minute rounds, it might just be worth resetting that first jump a few times until you get a clean landing. Okay. I agree with Lindsay, this is a very good map. I was hoping for Cup of the Day that we were going to get the Sox Spaghetti map, because I have a bit of history doing well on those. Back many months ago, when I was a Zeepkist noob, Sox released a map called Spaghetti Rush that was, I think, not one of his more popular ones because it's all first-person permanent Omni booster with booster particles in your face the entire time. But I really like that track because that's one of the first tracks I ever played where I was consistently competitive with some of the top players in this game. It's part of the reason I use tubes so much in my tracks now. It's sort of finding out that track and learning that that's what I was good at. This is a cool map though because there's so many different lines you can take and it's kind of about finding the right one. Something I tried to do in my Cup of the Day map as well as having a couple corners where there are a lot of different lines you can take. Need to figure out this ending because that's not it. Have to keep traction in that tube at the very end so that you can get the downward pull coming out of it. That's pretty clean. I like that line. And this is kind of a strange transition, but it seems consistent. And I think the tube is going to be just getting as low as possible into it. Wonder if there's a strategy to that, going high and then low and then high at the end there. Still haven't seen anybody get within a second of author time. The Sox doesn't count because he's not gonna get to actually race this map. Yeah, if you get really low, you can pretty much enter this tube without getting any bounce at all. That'll save a lot of speed. Okay, that's almost what I want to do. Sox is just flying past everybody. Could probably watch his lines. But he goes higher in the tube there, which is what I was planning originally, trying to enter more on the side so that you get very little bounce. Oh, and then he corkscrews at the end. That's okay, that was big to learn. We are actually at the end of warm-up round already. Ah, shoot, I'm not gonna get to try that ending again. That was really clean. Let's try to do that in rounds. really like this map. It's going to be challenging to do well. This is a super stacked lobby today also. There we go, that's more the line Sox took. And then corkscrew at the end. Zoman, the only person to get within a second of author time, breaks into the 40 seconds. Here we go. Oh, nope. Just kidding, because Ronan didn't do host stuff. Okay, I like that new line at the very beginning there. It's a bit riskier, but like I said, we have a lot of time to reset at the beginning. We basically have a whole 40 seconds of extra time, if you count the 2 runs being about 1:20. That was pretty nice. Gonna have to turn players off in a second here, but I'm in front at the moment. It wouldn't hurt to see who's passing me, the lines they're taking. A Yantra enters high. Corkscrew at the end. Yeah, that's consistent. Oh. That's already a PB by like a second. Okay, that was huge actually, watching Sox getting to be behind him on that run. Yanja seems very quick as well, which is no surprise. He's won a bunch of these. Okay, I'm going to reset again, just because that wasn't a great run, and I'll get as much practice as possible. This isn't going to be a great run either. I think you want to take that turn as tight as possible, leading up to checkpoint 2. Maybe, I don't know, I'm down a ton of speed. Okay, yeah, you can enter that tube very high if you want to risk it. Current carbon to the sub 41s have about 7 DNFs. I like this. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this track now. I think I've figured out the lines. Well, that was not it though. Shoot, don't do that. Stop crashing into the wall right there. Okay, like I said, a lot of time to reset at the beginning. Still have time for 2 runs. Unfortunately, I have not been paying attention to speeds again, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting at these checkpoints. Yeah, and you want to line up with that center of the road there. For that transition. It's a little weird. Corkscrew for the ending. That's quite consistent. Glad I figured that out. Have just enough time for one more run. Should be safe with that time. Still a lot of people who've DNF'd. Been enough time to put in 2 runs at this point, so I'm not the only person struggling with this beginning. Yeah, that's clean, that transition. It's kind of a Ronin line in the middle of the road. Nice. Sub 42s pretty consistently these rounds. Speaking of round, he's in first place with the 40.5. Soman looking really fast as well. And I think everybody got times that round, so need to start getting faster. Ooh. This is, fortunately, I think where a lot of the risk is going to be taken on this map is in the first couple jumps. It's not like at the very end of the track where you really do start to risk DNFing. The 135 is what I had last time through that checkpoint as well. It's kind of an awkward jump. No, I gotta praise Socks for actually using a funnel in a way that's good. I know most people just avoid using funnels completely because nobody likes them, but that's actually a really cool use of the funnel. I'm up speed at that checkpoint, but I don't really think that checkpoint matters. Okay, I still have the +3 speed there. That, and then that, and then I threw it all away. Okay, we'll just keep practicing this beginning. Still 3 people without times. Should maybe watch some of the top players, see how they do those first couple jumps, because there's a lot of ways of doing them and coming out with similar speeds. To see what other people are doing. Feels like through 3 rounds so far, there doesn't seem to be a favorite to win yet. Nobody absolutely dominating the competition like we sometimes see. .88 is not very good speed at that checkpoint. Yeah, 136 is okay there, though. That was pretty clean. I can be over 200 speed after the landing into the tube. I think that's a good run. Of course, I'm not near getting the sub 41s that the leaders are getting. Really just trying different things at the beginning here to see what gives me the best results. I'm actually going to turn on players. See if I can catch what some other people are doing. That was clean. That was not. Hard to get both of those jumps with a good line to set you up for the next section. Looks like Code Waltz DNF'd. Round is getting pretty consistent, as is Zoman at the top. Yanja, Current Cobb always going to be fast as well. Well, that was a nice landing on that second jump. We'll keep players on for now, see who's passing me. dive with a really good start. Okay, those guys aren't going as wide on that jump either. A little bit of a trickier lineup if you do it that way. But I suppose it's slightly faster. Ugh. 42-0. That's okay for now. And I'm gonna need to improve that. Because a lot of people are getting sub 41s. Well, not a lot of people, but definitely possible. That felt like the cleanest start I've had yet. Yeah, 138 speed is really good. Super fast into this tube as well. Oh, didn't get as good of a downturn as I wanted. Lost 3 or 4 tenths just at the very end there. Getting close to the elimination zone. Mid 42s, low 42s getting knocked out even. It's really a lot of it is about this beginning, which is of course the part I can't get super cleanly. Now he's 13th that time. This is going to be eliminated next round. 2 eliminations per round starting now. Yeah, Quick Racer says people are fast on this. I agree. People are very fast on this track. Smoking tires, but still that was pretty clean. 93 is good there, but doesn't really matter until you hit this checkpoint. Yes, 138 is good there. That was a clean transition as well. Over 200 speed through this tube section is good. Gosh, people are so fast though. 40.6. Round maybe emerging to be the favorite at this point. .79 is going to be on the edge of being safe. Now, this isn't a great run either. I'm going to reset. I'm just going to reset that also. Oh, I'm too far inside. Shoot, I might be out. See what people are doing coming into the end here. I am 12th. See where Saint Nick is. Can he steal it from me? He's certainly fast enough to. He's not on a good run though. Bob just reset. Ooh, just squeaking through. As I said last week, I always shoot for top 10 in Cup of the Day. Feel like that's a good result for me. 41.4 is what the top 10 are doing right now though, and I have not done that yet. Players off. Need a good run here. Pretty decent start. Hard to tell what the speed is. 136 is alright. It certainly isn't. Oh, nah, that's not a good run at all anymore. Okay. Not my usual line, but it might be fast. Again, really hard to tell on that checkpoint. 11:35 is not great. Might just go through with this run. I do need to get a time first and foremost. Okay, that was about the best I've gotten the ending so far, but that's... I would say not good enough to get me through, but not... There's a lot of DNFs at the moment. One of them is round. Ah, jeez. Matt, Ronan, Round, Zoman. Round and Zoman can both beat me for sure. Okay. I'm too focused on the leaderboard to actually get good practice in right now. Zoman improves. Round. Is Round coming to the end? I think this is Round. Oh, just barely does not get a time. Wow, so Round, who I just said was the favorite maybe, is suddenly out with a DNF. And I've made top 10. This is a tough track to get top 10 on because there are a lot of people who are fast at this track. Not to mention the lobby is just super stacked in general. Not the greatest run. Speed is 1 or 2 down from what I usually like to see. That was a good tube entrance. Pretty good tube section overall. 41.7 is a pretty good time, especially considering that the start was not super clean. Yeah, that's not going to be super clean either. I don't believe this is safe. Top 8 advance, I'm already 8th. Oh, thought I had lost it there. This might be the run I have to take. It seems fast. Went a little wide there, but got a good lineup. Ugh. 41.5 is not enough, jeez. This top 10 today was really on another level. I mean, I had a decent first run, I thought, with the 41.8, and it was 4 tenths to get up one more position to finish 9th, or to finish 8th, I mean. And it's another 3 tenths up to 7th. I mean, these top players are on a different level. 9th place though, another top 10 finish, I'll take it. There were a few rounds I thought I was going to be going out before that, so ultimately pretty happy with the result. Seeing a lot of different lines at the start. I'm seeing a lot of different lines everywhere, actually. This is why I really like these tracks with like double wide track pieces. So it really opens up the lines you have to take. Again, I did that on my Cup of the Day. Had some very wide tracks and definitely people taking a lot of different lines. Slowly had people crashing out at different parts of the track, so 3 people do not put in a time on their first runs. Okay, this is tricky map to photo mode. Quick Racer and Zeepkist do not have times at the moment. Ronan with a 42.0 is not going to be happy with that time either. Let's get over to the end. I believe Ronan should be coming into the end. I saw him go by earlier. Quick Racer does get a time. Ronan improves, but not enough. 41.5, similar to what I did. Gained half a second, but not enough to pick up a position. Zeepkist does not have a time at the moment and is falling through the sky. Will not get one. I don't know where I am anymore. So Ronan and Zeepkist out this round. Zoman, Kerncobb, Yanja, the top three, they have Cup of the Day wins, as does Oko. Lindsay and Quick Racer do not. Both of them are very fast drivers and certainly can do it. Let's just spectate. Urko's in the back. It'll be easier than trying to follow along with everybody. Kerncobb with a bit of a different line. Pick up a little bit more speed, perhaps. Saw him doing that last week also. On Lighter's Cup of the Day map. Doing a bit of a different line at the beginning that puts him a little bit behind, but with more speed for the end. And it looks like we have three players coming through on their first run. Zoman might have reset. No, Zoman does get a time. Quick Racer had a bit of a messy funnel at the very end. Yanja 40.8 is a good time. Lindsay and Oko do not have times. We will watch Lindsay. This being a 40-second track, there is a lot of time to make mistakes and still get two chances. I think Lindsay's going to be close on if she gets another run or not. I think there's just enough time. Lindsay with a 41.1. That's a very good time, and it is 4th place. And yeah, she's done. We see Quick Racer and Kerncobb coming to the end. Quick Racer losing a bit of traction. Kerncobb definitely with a much faster ending. And that might knock Oko out. Yes, Oko is done. 40, not a 21. That would be really fast. A 41.27 is getting knocked out now. Zoman sets world record with a 40.4. Still 4/10 off of author time. Really good time by Sox. 41.2, that's about half a second faster than my personal best. So, like I said, these top guys are really on another level. Kerncobb very close to Zoman as well in that round. Zoman has been incredibly fast the past 2-3 weeks on this game, just picking up world record after world record. Not a surprise to see him doing the same here. Two players reset quickly. That's what I said earlier, that first couple of jumps is where a lot of the speed comes from on this track. It's not necessarily a bad thing to see players resetting right away. Quick Racer with a slightly different line through there seems to yield similar results. Yanja got a bit aggressive with the tube. It is a bit of a risk for how much speed you want to be carrying through this tube if you want to go more to the left there and try to carry more speed, or just safely land within it. Zoman currently with the 40.9 being the slowest time 4 times in the sub 41s this round. Yanja should have time for 2 runs. Coming into the tube again, much safer that time. See how he does on this ending. He can do the sub 41s. That would be incredible if all 5 players get sub 41 in this round. Yanja not quite. He is the man at risk and just has 40 seconds left. This would be a big snipe if he gets it. And he doesn't. Yanja is out. 5th place for Yanja. Quick Racer gets another time. Kerncobb coming to the end. Zoman sets another world record with a 40.3. Some insanely quick times coming in here. Doesn't seem like anybody's still racing. Got a bunch of people falling through the sky. Zoman is getting very fast. I dare say he's the new favorite, but I also jinxed round, so We'll see what happens. Top 4 players, 2 of them Cup of the Day winners, 2 of them are not. And Zoman and Kern defend the Cup of the Day winners title. So far, they're showing why they've done it before, so they're the only 2 who have not reset yet. The Kern Cobb goes very wide and then resets, so maybe that was not intentional. But I do think he has a wider approach in this section of the track, which saves him a bit more speed. Let's go to Quick Racer here. Oh, sorry, bad camera work. Wonder if somebody's gonna actually catch Sox's AT of a 40.012. Very quick time. A Quick Racer is a bit inconsistent at the end, is what I've found. It's a 42.2. I doubt that's going to be safe. Lindsay comes into the finish now. Also does not get a good finish. 42.1. Some real bad times coming in now that we're into the top 4. Remember, Yanjo was eliminated with a 41.0 last round. Kern Cobb does not have a time yet, and he may be on his final run. Let's see if he likes this one. He is very quick through here. 166 speed at that checkpoint's faster than I was doing. A very clean tube entry as well. And Lindsay might be out for looking at chat. Kern Cobb gets a clean finish. Where is Quick Racer? Quick Racer is also out. So a 42.1 makes it through, a second slower than the time they got eliminated last round. Remember, it's not about being first, it's just about not being last. And Lindsay, currently not last. She will make it through to the top 3. Zoman and Kern Cobb quite consistent with these 0.4 and 0.5 times. Quick Racer eliminated in 4th. I believe that is their best finish in Cup of the Day. Yes, he says that in chat. Nice job to Quick Racer. Not easy to get to the top 4. Now in the podium positions, there's Zoman, Kern Cobb, and Lindsay. Lindsay loads in a bit quicker, but resets right away. Kern Cobb, the only person to make it to the first jump before resetting. Lindsay and Zoman will take these runs. Clean through the first couple of jumps there. Zoman has been the fastest many of the past few rounds, and like I said, just the past couple of weeks in general has been, I would say, the fastest racer in Zeepkist. Catching Lindsay through the second half of the track, I would say unsurprising, because Zoman's been putting down those 40.4 times. A little bit of a different line through the tubes there. And yes, another 40.4 for Zoman. Lindsay, the person at risk, with a 41.3. Zoman looks very clean at the beginning. Oh, that was a little bit less clean, but he might still have kept speed now. Kern Cobb following Lindsay around the loop and over this wide turn here, keeping it as close to the inside as possible. Both of them seem to have gotten pretty clean transitions there, both on fairly similar speeds entering the tube. Lindsay needs a 40.7 to pass Kern, and Kern might snipe it right back from her if that is the case. Lindsay only gets a 41.1. She is out. Kern Cobb with a 40.6. Moves on to the finals, and Zoman just on a leisurely stroll around the track here. So Zoman and Kern Cobb, both previous Cup of the Day winners, both multiple-time Cup of the Day winners. Lindsay, good job on the podium. She is a very fast racer as well. A couple of times she's been in Cup of the Day, she's done very well for herself. 41.1 elimination time. Again, Yamcha with a 41.0 elimination. Got a bit unlucky. But that is what happens with Cup of the Day. It's not always about how fast you are, it's about how fast your opponents are sometimes. Kern Cobb resets early. Zoman will continue on this run. He has gotten very consistent with those times. If he puts down a 40.4, it's gonna be tough for Kern Cobb to beat that. Kern has only done a .4 once, I believe. Zoman has done it like the last 3 rounds, maybe more. It's a nice flip into the funnel, but only a 40.8. Kern Cobb is just resetting at the beginning. Does not have time for 2 runs anymore, so whatever run he takes is going to be the run he gets. And yeah, Kern Cobb does have a bit of a different line. He goes a bit more inside at the beginning of that section. Might give him more speed later on. Zoman is on another absolutely incredible time. Looks like ahead of him. I think Zoman's pulling away, but I'm not entirely sure. Coming in, this is to decide who wins this Cup of the Day. 40.4 for Zoman, 40.7 for Kern Cobb. Zoman will win, I believe, his 5th Cup of the Day, tying him with Yanja for 2nd most Cup of the Day wins. Thank you all for watching this Cup of the Day video. If Sandals gets back to making Cup of the Day videos, then you can find them on his channel. I know he's been out the last few weeks, so I've been doing my best to cover for him. Also, if you want to see Cup of the Day results for every Cup of the Day run in Zeepkist, I will link my spreadsheet in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!